Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is That of the Donkey, or Kind Gaming, or Let's Play FP Games, depending where you're watching and what you're doing and what you want to call me. I go by a lot of names. And I'm here with the final episode of The Wolf Among Us. This game has been really fun, but I want to kind of get into something else now, so that's why I'm finishing this off today. For some reason, the stream isn't working on my laptop, so I'm just going to quickly see if I can get it working, and if I can get it working, then... or when I get it working, so I can just make sure everything's okay, I will start to... I just want to make sure the settings are as they are, as they're meant to be. To quickly check. Legit, why does it switch my settings every time I come on the game? I'm fine with them as they are. There's a reason I've got them as they are, to be honest. But, okay, the stream is up. The audio is okay. So, without any further ado, we're gonna go into the final episode of The Wolf Among Us, but before we do, I always click the wrong fucking thing. Before we do, I'm gonna show you quickly my choices so far from the first 4 episodes. I don't want to go too fast, but I don't want to take too long. So when we ended last time, we were in the Crooked Man's place. Have I missed a fable? I've missed a fable, apparently. I must have missed this last time, but I went through everything. Okay. Woodsman's Axe. This was at the end of... This was from episode 4, but I've forgotten to read it, so I'll just read it quickly. Ensorcelled by druids. Once just a simple tool for felling trees, the axe became much more when it was ensorcelled by druids and marked with their runes. But it truly became an object of legend when the woodsman used it to slice a big bad wolf from nape to neck in protection of Little Red Riding Hood. It may carry old world charm, but its simplicity of design and quality of workmanship make it an effective tool or weapon even today. Okay, so we've got possibility of 8 books from the thingy, you know what I mean, to unlock. If we don't unlock them, I'll do them off screen. But we're gonna go into the final episode, episode 5. I believe it's called Cry Wolf. I'm so confused. Oh, these are the ones I completed, and these are all the scenes. Okay, so yeah, episode 5 is Cry Wolf. Without any further ado, let's get going.
I mean, your eyes and the teeth. You're not really supposed to do that, are you?
Not if I can avoid it. No.
Holly's sister, Lily.
Do you even give a shit about us? The strays?
That's why you can't tell me anything. It's the ribbon, isn't it?
We're destroying the tree. No!
Hey, you're not really gonna send me to the farm, are you?
Look, maybe a few will get sent up, but you're my friend, Colin. I wouldn't do that to you.
Oh God, Bigby!
This time was no joke. Eat as many metal shellings as you see fit, but take just one more silver round near your heart, and the only place I'll be visiting you is the morgue.
Bigby, wait. When you get the Crooked Man, make sure you bring him back alive. He has to stand trial.
Why don't you have a seat, Sheriff? We have a great deal to discuss.
Here we go with the final episode of The Wolf Among Us. It's been a really fun game so far. It was recommended to me by my friend, and he said it was a good game. It hasn't disappointed me, to be honest. It's been very good. The Wolf Among Us. This is where it all ends, ladies and gentlemen, the final episode. Let's see what we're going for today. Episode 5, Cry Wolf.
You've come a long way. You must be tired.
Crickerman's Lair at night.
And if my envoys are correct, you haven't had a lot of rest recently. Please, Sheriff, relax for a moment. Do you want a drink? Something to eat? Vivian makes a very nice, it's elegant. Really a carpaccio. It's lobster, sirloin. Well, gramercy me. Take a seat at the very least.
Well, let me have a drink then, if you're
Got a
offering.
scotch?
Only Tennessee whiskey, unfortunately. What do you think you're doing?
He's gonna...
Mr. Wolf is our guest, and I have every intention of cooperating. So don't waste the silver. Sit down, Jersey.
Oh, tense.
Well, Sheriff, for the sake of transparency, why don't you tell us why you're here? It would help settle everyone's nerves, I think.
Well, where do I... You're destroying this town, I
You're
guess.
destroying this town. You've been doing it for ages.
Destroying this town? What on earth do you mean?
What the hell do you think I mean? Slavery, kidnapping, extortion, murder? What would you call the wholesale corruption of Fabletown?
I would call it the baseless accusation of a desperate sheriff. How are you certain this isn't some conspiracy against me? I'm a well-connected man, well-moneyed. People do like to take their shots at me.
He's trying to talk
Who
his
would
way out
try
of
to
it.
pull that on you?
Oh, I don't know. Fables with a grudge. People who want a stake in my shops and services. But I can understand the confusion, and I'm truly sorry about the trouble all this has caused you.
Oh, that was
I
easy
hope you
enough.
Believe me when I say, Sheriff, that I sincerely mean to make it up to you. The
There's
recent
something wrong with one of
murders
his
that have
eyes.
gotten such attention as of
That
late.
kind of pissed me off a
I
little.
don't relish telling you that they were perpetrated by an employee of mine. It's a very unfortunate. I promise you that the matter will be dealt with. I just want to settle the issue for you, and to assure you that it's over with. You really don't need to worry yourself further.
Well, that's a relief.
An unfortunate bit of business. You're gonna tell me right now who killed him.
Sheriff, I have complete respect for you and your job. I hope you know that. But I simply can't doubt that mission. You
Yeah.
shouldn't worry yourself.
I feel like this is gonna get violent and I'm gonna end up dying.
No, I'm gonna deal with it right now.
Yeah, right. What do you think
Um,
this is? Some kind of negotiation? The man said he'd take care of it. So why don't you take the hint and get out?
Tweedledee, please.
Excuse me, Mixer. This is... No, you're not doing this to me again. This is old Mixer shit. My stream's been working pretty well until fucking now. We good? hope we're good.
I'm the law here, not you. Now tell me who did it.
Or what? You gonna kill me too? Well, go ahead. You think I give a shit anymore? After what you did?
That's enough. I was hoping it wouldn't come to this, but in the interest of preserving our alliance, if you have to know, it was Georgie.
It was Georgie.
However, like I said, I'd be handling the matter if you don't mind.
I feel like he's lying.
You got what you wanted, so just...
Sit down. Now.
I listened to the cricket, man. I don't know what happened with the stream there. If you guys saw all sorts of fucking lines and stuff, I apologise.
You should have just kept your nose where it fucking belonged.
Georgie.
Why'd you do it? Why kill them?
Does it matter?
Look,
Yes.
The fact is, George here misinterpreted one of my instructions.
Misinterpreted?
And I want to make things right. So, let's work something out.
What's there to work out? I'm protected, aren't I?
Your protection has limits, and I think you've far exceeded yours. But you could murder someone in cold blood like that.
You fucking asked me to do this.
And
You
then
told me
attempt to
kill
blame
him.
me for it. You will be silent.
There's a lot going on here.
While we discuss what to do with you.
This is right bollocks, this. You're just gonna let him do this?
Well, shit.
So what do you say, Sheriff? Can we discuss terms? You can have Georgie. Consider it a gift, ensuring our continued cooperation.
What the hell?
Take this fucker. Take all of them. I didn't fucking
Don't
start
make
this.
any trouble, Georgie.
Are you seriously throwing me under the fucking carriage after everything I've done for you?
No deals. It's over, so get up.
I'd advise against that approach, Bigby.
You can't just hand me over. What the fuck is this shit? You said you'd cover for us.
For minor infractions, not murder.
Just go with him, Georgie. You're gonna sink us all.
What's wrong with you people? You're really gonna sell him out just like
You
that?
think I give a fuck if I'm the one? Who the shit do you think you fuckers are?
surrender.
Get
the fuck
out
outta
of
here.
no.
I do apologize, Sheriff, but I think it's best if you leave now.
There's no way I'm going with him. Are you kidding me?
Things are about to get unpleasant, and I would rather you weren't here
They're gonna
to
kill
watch.
Georgie, ain't they?
You can go join that whore at the bottom of the lake for all I give a shit. But he's not taking me anywhere. I'll
Georgie's
roll
gonna shoot
over on
him.
the lot of you before I let that shit happen.
What are you saying? Yeah, what the fuck? You're gonna make sure we all go down this shitter with you? I told you.
I'm not going anywhere.
This could have gone so well.
You could have, yeah, but I mean,
To speak the truth, I've never been a very good mediator.
well, you
Why
tried.
negotiate when you can just decide?
Well then,
Did I miss anything good?
not really.
Well, look at
Kinda
you
bored,
all
really.
fixed up.
I still didn't get my whiskey. Excuse me, what? This could have all gone so well, but I've fucked the wrong decision, ain't I? I've definitely picked the wrong decision, haven't I?
Over here!
Rip. They were all pinning it on Georgie just as a ploy.
You're done, Wolf!
Come on, we're pretty much done here.
Am I gonna have to
Like
fucking
to say, it was
chase
nice
them?
knowing you, but I'll be glad to see your insides turned out.
Would you? Oh, can this game be more smooth? It keeps freezing on important bits. Oh! Not a smart idea, Georgie. Not a smart idea at all.
Oh god.
Oh, hello. You wanna fight too? You wanna go?
This way.
Finish him this time. We didn't finish him last time. Goodbye, Jersey. Well, I've made my statement. Just a matter of catch. Sorry about that, guys. My battery's died. Let's continue. Beginning of the end. Complete chapter 1 of episode 5. Oh boy.
Come on, Georgie.
Oh,
They take him to the hospital.
I know.
guess.
I know.
No. Alright. Oh boy. Come on, Wolfie. What? What's this fucking line at the bottom? It's really busy, isn't it? Good traffic today. Oh. What are we doing now? Oh. I'm like Tarzan across buildings. Nice job, Big Boo. Oh.
fuck! What was that?
It was a wolf. Oh.
Take him off! I can't!
I'm gonna end up killing myself at this rate. This is gonna be fucking murder of my own life. I don't want to kill myself. You really think that'll stop me? Come on, Big B. You've taken a lot worse than that.
Gun it!
Are you sure?
Do it!
He's not moving.
Keep going!
I still don't understand what that line was at the bottom. I guess it was a timer. I'm not sure. This is really fun.
Come on.
Fuck it!
What's he thinking? What's Bigby thinking? What the hell is Bigby thinking here? Are we going into the... Okay. We've calmed down now. Jesus Christ. The blood's from the wound, obviously.
Holy shit.
There's a lot more than I thought it would be. Can we go down? We can't go down the alley. Can we go along here? No. Just going into the pudding and pie then. This game's been really good. I hope it has an amazing ending. This house. Episode 5. Jesus Christ, that's fast. This could be a fast episode, ladies and gentlemen.
Come on. We can't stay here.
So I'm having sex.
I need a minute.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Shit. Hello, Bigby. I hoped you'd come to your senses.
Uh-oh.
Crooked Man's the one you want. But of course, you're too much of an idiot to see that. Or maybe you just like me too much to let me go. That it, Sheriff? Had to say goodbyes first.
I'm taking you in, Georgie. Let's go.
You gonna carry me?
Please, Sheriff. Haven't you done enough? Look at him. He's dying.
Vivian, you don't know what you're doing.
I'm trying to help you here.
Just leave it alone.
You can't seriously want to protect this guy. You know what he did.
He killed your
I'm not going anywhere.
co-workers.
It isn't his fault.
He's a murderer. Faith and Lily, he's the reason they're dead.
Look, I know he made a few mistakes. We all have.
What?
He made sure they couldn't talk with those damn ribbons, and then he killed them. You're wearing one yourself. Doesn't that bother you even a little, knowing that man murdered—
Of course it does. Those girls
So
are
it's
like...
all my fucking fault then?
I
You
didn't
fucking...
mean-
Ah! You're gonna throw me to the fucking wolf too? You know I didn't have a goddamn choice. What the fuck? Ugh.
Why didn't you have
I
a choice?
did what I had to! You can't fucking blame me for that.
Look, I'm
Sometimes you just have to do what you're told. Then it comes back to bite you in the ass because some good-for-nothing crooked bastard decides you're not worth shit anymore. Ugh.
Why'd you do it then, huh? If it's not your fault, then what the fuck happened?
It's a good question.
Look, Faith and the others tried to pull a run on us. And as you can imagine, the Crooked Man wasn't too thrilled. But of course, the big boss didn't want to get his fucking hands dirty. So he told me to take care of it.
I
You
suppose
think
that
I
makes
don't know what
sense.
that means? Either I do what he says or I'm the one getting dealt with.
He had to save his own
So
skin.
I fucking killed him. And I'd do it again. 'Cause it's not my fault. The Crooked Man gave the order. He told me to kill them. And then he fucking sold me out. The both of you can go rot in hell.
Georgie.
You think I'm the one to fucking blame?
That's not what I meant. I was just trying
I
to...
know what you were trying to do.
You're still the one who pulled the trigger. Nobody held your hand and made
I'm
you
going to try
go
and keep
through
peaceful
it.
if I can. I don't want to
Fine.
go
Believe
violent.
what you want. I can tell you've made up your mind. Doesn't matter if it's fucking true or not. Go ahead and arrest me then. But it won't bring back Lily or Faith. It won't free your friend Narissa. And I'm just the sap taking the fall for the whole thing. It must be so easy being you. Just come in here and blame me for all this shit. Job's done, right? George is the bad guy. It's all his fucking fault. But what was I supposed to do? You don't know what it's like, Bigby. How could you know? At the end of the day, you're just like him. Coming here, talking about options, like it was that simple.
You could have done anything else. You could have let them go. You could have freed Faith and Lily from those fucking ribbons instead of murdering them.
I've got a point.
You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. If I freed them... What would you have me do? Kill her?
Georgie, don't.
It was their... You tell me. If freeing Lily meant she had to die. Do you still think I had a fucking choice?
What are you doing?
I told you. You don't
Wait,
know
what?
the fuck about anything.
What are you talking about?
This is the original.
I'm so confused.
The girl with the ribbon. I'm sure you've heard the stories. Couldn't take it off. Couldn't talk about it. She used her little purple ribbon to make more of them. To keep our girls quiet. To ensure absolute discretion.
You promised you wouldn't.
All that magic is connected to this little thing. You remove hers, and the spell's broken. They're all free. But you know what happens to her? The same thing that happened to Faith. So don't you come in here and tell me I fucked up.
So it's
the
either
hell,
them or
Georgie?
her.
We were supposed to look out for each other. I trusted you.
You can't fucking blame me. You're not innocent here either.
I know that, but did it have to be like this?
Wait, those were your ribbons? You're in on this?
Oh boy.
I thought you cared about
This
this.
story
do.
just gets
Of course I do.
more and more deep.
You have to understand, nobody was supposed to die. When we built this place, it was just a stupid idea. A gimmick. Discretion is our guarantee. That's how it started anyway. This was supposed to be our place. We were gonna be in charge for once, and nobody would try to control us or use us. That was the point. And the Crooked Man showed up and everything just turned to shit.
So, do you get it now? Why I couldn't just...
It makes lot more
If you
sense.
still think it's so fucking simple, then you do it. Go right ahead. Kill her then.
What are you doing?
Break the spell. Save the fucking day.
Stop it!
I told you, sometimes all your options are shit. What the fuck are you supposed to do then?
I'm not playing this game, Georgie. I won't kill her.
Don't talk about me like I'm not even here, please. You think this is hard for you? My life is such a fucking burden on your conscience. Don't I get a say?
No.
It's my life. Like it was either of yours to give up in the first place.
I wasn't really...
Just shut up.
Vivian, I'm not gonna kill you.
I know that.
Wait.
I'm sick of everyone thinking that they
Uh-oh.
can just do what they want.
Is she gonna take the ribbon
with
off
my life.
herself?
I thought it would be different here. But it's all the fucking same.
Vivian, I didn't mean...
Do you think I wanted to be this person? What I did to Faith and Lily? To all of them.
Vivian, wait.
Every day I have to look Gwen and Hans in the eye and pretend I don't care. I have to forget what I've done to them. What I took away from them. I look at Nerissa and I hate myself.
So she's behind it
Vivian.
all.
I can't pretend anymore.
What are you doing?
Vivian, don't.
Uh-oh.
Vivian, no! Fuck! No, 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 no! Why'd you have to do that, Vivian? Vivian! Shit!
Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
What the fuck did I just watch? That's
Vivian,
fucking
I
horrible.
didn't fucking mean it. I was just... Oh.
Jesus Christ. I'm fucking loving this. What do I do now? What's the... Do I take him in? Or...
Get up. Get up!
Don't think so, Bigby.
He can't get up.
I'm gonna
I think
die here. I think we both know that. Just
think
make
he's
sure
just getting
you
up.
give the Crooked Man the same treatment when you find him.
Don't you fucking worry.
Really fuck him up for me, alright? For both of us. You know the bastard deserves it. Make a promise to a dying man. Give him hell.
He's gonna have it worse. Don't worry.
Good.
It sucks that you
Old
start to
foul
like the
by the river.
characters
Alright?
by the time they
Shepherd
die.
Metal works. He'll be there. Fucking asshole. You wanna finish me off now?
Not necessarily.
Or do you plan to kick me around a little first? Rip my limbs off one by one? That's what you want to do, right? Well, whatever it is, just get it over with. I'm not sticking around for much longer.
That's not who
I'm
I
trying to go
am.
peaceful this
Sure it's not.
time.
No more games, all right? We both know how this ends. Just make it quick. I know what I did. Let's not draw this out.
Alright, I'll end your pain.
All right, Georgie.
I'm not gonna make him suffer more than he already has. But there's another two dead. That Vivian thing really freaked me out. That was really creepy. This game is so fucking good. That's gonna be another chapter done, right? I guess not. At least not yet, anyway. What now? What's next? Shepherd Metalworks, late night. There's a reason I killed him before.
He's here.
Instead of leaving him to die, it's just so his pain ends quickly. I don't want to draw it out. Once I start to like them and then they die. It's so fucking irritating. You start to like a character and then they're dead.
Of course.
It's like Chuck from the first season of The Walking Dead, the homeless guy. I start to like him and then he get killed by a horde of zombies. It happens in every fucking game. What's next? Is there any other options, or do we just enter the door? I think we just enter the door. The fuck is this place? I know it's a Metalworks, obviously, but
Bigby Wolf.
that's Mary, isn't it?
The big bad wolf. You used to be something.
I still am. I'm not done yet. Trust me. This is fucking weird.
They used to fear you. They'd hide
Okay.
anywhere their small, shivering bodies would fit.
Alright. Hit the direction thing on this.
Silver.
The big bad wolf.
She's somewhere. Like right in front of you. Oh no.
It's about time you showed up.
I had to take care of some things first.
Little errand boy. That's nice.
Ah, Bigby. I see you made it here.
Oh
in one
god.
piece.
This
I do
isn't gonna go
apologize,
well,
but
is
I have
it?
some business to attend to. I leave you in the capable hands of my associate. Come find me when you've finished, dear.
Don't worry. This won't take long.
Get out of my way now. Don't make this worse.
It says
He
it's just
doesn't
gonna
want to
make it.
play.
I'm sure you'll persuade him.
Cut this shit out!
Didn't your mother ever teach you manners?
If I have to hit you, I will. I don't want to hit a
Or
woman.
was she too busy fucking whatever breeze drifted through town?
I don't want to have to hit you. You give me no choice.
Come on.
You're kidding me. Wolf,
that the best you
please.
can do?
Wolf, please. Wolf, please. Oh boy. I really didn't want to have to do this. What the? Okay, cool. Just get me behind us with a gun. I know. Okay. It's gonna be one of those annoying boss battles, isn't it? Uh-oh. Fucking cat. How the fuck am I meant to catch that then? How the fuck am I meant to catch her when she's got the speed of Usain Bolt? Just gonna slowly slide down here. Oh, you fucking steamy dance. I wasn't ready for that. I'm gonna have to be warned about shit like that. Okay.
Where are you?
My reaction times are
Come out and face
terrible.
me.
Behind you, Bloody Mary. Legitimately, big boy. I wish I wasn't playing as you anymore. You're starting to get my nerves. She's gonna avoid it, isn't she? Legit, Bigby, please. Oh no. Oh, you fucking bitch. Why the hell is Bigby so terrible? No, I'm spamming. Please, allow me this. Okay. What happens now? Are we both dead? Oh boy. I've reached my final form. There's so much glass in there. Oh, it's disgusting. What the f... Okay, cool. Cool. I've lost that. There's no defeating this. You can't just clone yourself about a million times. It's not okay. Are you fucking for reals? No. Bitch. Oh, it's one of those massive fucking fight scenes that I really get past. Legit. I don't think it's possible to actually do this. Without dying. At least once, probably. Which one's a real her? Get off me. How am I meant to even deal? How am I meant to even deal? It's basically rape. It's sexual assault. Jesus Christ! Merciful Neptune. Oh my god, I didn't even reach my final form! This is my final form! Fuck off me. You little whore. What? Oh my god, she just shot us. That's good. You wanna scratch me, do you? You wanna scratch me? Do you really scratch me? Do you? Oh. I love her. Yeah, no, scratch me. Good job. Oh. You. You need to practice you can see it. Yeah. Yeah, come here. Come on. Alright. That will stop progress for a short duration. A very short duration. Hello. Bye. Are they all coming for me or are they all running away? Oh, they're all coming for me. This is fucking madness. Super Saiyan! Oh no. Fucking hell. Torvald, the Paladins. Go on, big B. Scatter them all. Well, there's only one left. You like to play games? She's gonna check that at me, isn't she? I didn't think I could do that. You good, Big B? You good now? Fucking hell. That was intense. I think she's dead. He's just watching. Complete chapter 3 of episode 5. Are we done?
Hello, Bigby. You look tired.
Give me one good reason not to rip you apart right now.
This holds 6 rounds of specially designed silver bullets. I won't miss next time. Before you do anything with me, I thought I should point out a few things.
The final standoff.
Snow White wants you to bring me back to the
I think that was
doesn't she?
chapter
And that's what I
4.
want.
I just got there, I'm not sure.
You plan to do what she says, don't you?
You sure about that?
Yes, I'm quite sure. You will
We want
bring
to
me
frighten him a
back
bit.
alive. Look, all I ask for is the chance to speak for myself in front of the community. And I'm sure Miss White would agree that I should be given a fair trial. Can we at least agree on that? I will have a trial. Are we clear?
The whole town will be calling for your execution. Why would you want me to bring you back there?
Why don't you let me worry about that? Look, there's no reason for us to be at each other's throats here.
That's funny, coming from a guy pointing a gun at my head.
This is just a precaution. I'm sure you understand. I'm no murderer, Mr. Wolf. I didn't kill those women. And I think you know that.
No, but
All
you're
I'm
behind the guy
asking
who
for
did.
is a chance to explain my side of the story.
If you're not a killer, then what are you?
I'm a businessman, not a killer.
There's still a lot you have to answer for.
He's a very shifty businessman, I'll tell you that
And
much.
I will, as long as you agree to my terms. Because I'm not saying another word until I'm brought before the community. And I don't think I'm being unreasonable.
You just said another
If you
word, it's about
decide
6 or
to do
7.
something
You're still talking. You said
like
you wouldn't say no
murder
words.
me, you won't get your answers. But you will have a difficult time explaining yourself to Miss White and the rest of this miserable town.
He's got a point, but
You're often reckless.
I really want to kill him.
And I worry you're not thinking of the... Let me ask you an honest question. What do you really care about here? Where this case is concerned, I mean. Do you really want the truth? Or do you just want to look like the hero? Because those are two very different things.
This is about justice. I'm the sheriff. I have to do what's right. 2 people were murdered.
And you know who did it. Georgie.
I know who put them up to it.
He's dead, isn't he?
Is he?
My point being, the killer has been dealt with. You've won.
You really think I'm that stupid?
I understand you have an obligation to bring me in, but you can brighten up a little. It's
I could.
over. So, Shall we get going? I'd rather not dawdle. You know, I'm actually looking forward to seeing Miss White again. My previous interactions with her have gone rather well.
All right, let's go. Hand over the gun.
I think I'd rather hold on to it, if you don't mind. What do you say? Hey! I'm sure Miss White will be pleased. Such a reliable pup. I understand why she'd want to keep you around.
You're under arrest. You'll be given a trial in front of your peers. And your punishment will follow.
Oh, do I get to see the trial? I would love to see the trial. Complete chapter 4. Okay, that was chapter 4, so we've still got 2 more chapters to go.
I know. But we have to do something. Are you fucking kidding
Witching
me?
World Chamber, the Woodland
Are you
Building.
sure
Early
he's
morning.
coming?
Yes, you'll have an opportunity to... He's back.
The Crooked Man.
Thank God.
Did you expect me not to be back?
Motherfucker.
Are you okay? It's been hours. We were worried you'd run into some trouble. At the Crooked Man's place. And after what happened with Mary...
Well, he didn't make it easy.
What happened?
It doesn't matter. He's here. We got him.
We can talk about it later. You
If you
did
like.
well, Sheriff. I'm surprised. Not that you did well.
Surprised that he's alive.
No.
Is that what it is?
I'm just glad you made it back in one piece.
Well, there we go.
It's about time you showed up. Now throw this asshole down the fucking well.
Yes, what are you waiting for?
You killed Lily!
She was my sister.
Could
What do you have to say for
Where the
yourself?
fuck do you get off?
Poor
You
girls.
think you have the right
Oh,
to
What
just
about
do this
Faith?
to
What could
people?
they have
You're a
done to
fucking
deserve
crook.
This. You should be ashamed.
Shithole.
Everyone? Can I have your
There's
attention?
a reason he's called the Cricket Man. You
Thank
can't just
you
call
all
him a
for
fucking
coming
crook.
here on such short notice. I know normally we'd schedule a formal hearing, but considering the circumstances, I thought it best if
We
we
get to
do
look
this
at
as
the
soon as
trial, I
possible.
think. That's good.
The Crooked Man is charged with the murder
As
of
I
Faith
already
and...
informed your sheriff, it was Mr. Georgie Porgy who killed those women, not me.
What? It was Georgie?
Georgie?
I don't mean to interrupt you, Miss White, but I thought it would be unwise to proceed with such faulty information.
Bigby, is that true?
Well, is it? Georgie may have killed them, but you made the call.
Do I have to explain the situation to you again?
Wait a minute. So you're saying Georgie's the motherfucker who killed my sister? Well, where is he?
Yeah, you're gonna bring that shithead in too, aren't you?
Yes, Sheriff. Where is that rotten scoundrel now?
Is he still out there?
Sincerely hope not.
Well, where is he?
Sheriff?
I killed him. He's dead.
He's... what?
Dead. So you see, the culprit has been punished. There's no
That
need
doesn't
for
change
this.
anything. We'll deal with it later, but right now, you're the one I'm concerned with.
I've got to be
Called the
honest.
shots. Georgie made that perfectly clear.
In which case, you still have a lot to answer for.
I
And
was
I
told
don't...
I would be allowed to speak.
We have to
You
read
are
the
allowed
rest
to
of the
speak.
charges.
What other charges?
If you'd wait a moment.
I'm well aware of my rights, Miss White. Unless you plan to abandon the charter entirely.
Let her finish. Then you can have your say.
Got it?
If you insist.
Let's see what the other
You are
charges are.
charged with the murder of Faith and Lily, which Georgie carried out on your order, inciting violence against various members of the Fabletown community, including the attempted murder of Sheriff Bigby Wolf.
Twice.
A misunderstanding.
Aiding and providing monetary
Misunderstanding.
support for the forced prostitution at the Pudding and Pie. Additionally, you are charged with multiple counts of fraud, extortion, racketeering, and the illegal possession and sale of magical artifacts.
And kidnapping Crane at gunpoint.
He went willingly.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
Now, is there anything you would like to say?
First of all, I had nothing to do with Faith and Lily, so you can strike that one from your little record book.
Bullshit! Like hell you didn't.
Stop the charade. We know you're involved.
Come on, it's obvious.
And there's all the other crap he's done.
Everyone just shut up for a minute. You wanted a chance to talk? Well, go ahead.
We all know he's guilty. What the fuck does he need to speak for?
Everyone's got the right to free speech.
The Crooked Man has committed crimes against this government and, most importantly, its citizens. These charges, if proven, are enough to justify death, upon which your body will be committed to the witching
Where it
well.
fucking belongs.
That's
So
right.
let's get on
but
with
we
it
promised
then.
you a chance to defend yourself, and I won't rob you of that right.
What the
You're
fuck?
really going
This
to
is
let him
about
talk?
justice. If we're ever going to pull ourselves together and make something of this town, we have to start doing things correctly. No more snap judgments, no more secrets. We are going to treat everyone fairly, even when they don't deserve it.
Everybody's equal.
This is ridiculous.
You have the floor.
Thank you, Miss White. You've all met Georgie. I don't
Why
have
did
to
we
tell you
take the
what
cuffs
kind
off
of
him?
person he was. He was a total scoundrel, lacking in any sort of moral fiber. I hired him as a favor to his family, you see. A promise kept to a dying mother.
Oh,
Are you gonna
jeez.
get to your point or what?
Georgie was working for me, yes. But he was not acting on my behalf when he killed those women. It was his business. And for whatever reason, I'm sure only he could understand, he murdered 2 of his most faithful employees. I had nothing to do with it.
Tell
This
the
is such
fucking
bullshit.
truth for
He's
once.
always been a bit of a powder keg. It was only a matter of time before something like this happened.
Georgie seemed pretty convinced he didn't have a say in the matter.
He clearly misunderstood my intention.
Really?
I would never authorize such an act.
Any of you actually believe this bullshit?
Holly, please.
Tell them, Bigby. When you finally showed up at my door last night, wasn't I more than helpful? I answered your questions. I was willing to cooperate.
What's he talking about?
You weren't being helpful. You were trying to set me up. Your people tried to kill me.
They get a bit carried away sometimes, it's true. Loyal to the end. They do it because they want to protect me, as I've protected them. You understand wanting to protect what you care about, don't you? You'd do anything. You might even give up an innocent man, just to save someone.
What's he talking about?
I really hope you're going somewhere with this.
I see, you want to cut right to the point. I can appreciate that. Let me explain this to you. My employees are just that, hired help. I see some of them are here among you. They are not my slaves. They are all free to make their own decisions, as Georgie was.
What about Lily? She wasn't free. She wasn't given a choice. Do you really think she wanted... that any of those girls wanted their lives like that?
I'm sorry, Holly. I'm sorry that your sister asked me for help, and I'm sorry that I decided against my better judgment to give her a distasteful job.
Right, and you kept them in debt so they couldn't leave.
Yeah, that's what you did to us. How you kept us all
You
in
forget
line.
it was not me who put you in that position. You all act like I'm some kind of tyrant.
Well, you are.
When your government abandoned you...
To be fair, he's bringing up some good
poor and
points.
helpless, sniveling on street corners, I was there to look out for you.
Yes, but...
Wasn't I?
We didn't abandon anyone. We've been trying to help them.
Really? What about Auntie Greenleaf? Her story is not uncommon. She left everything she had back in the homelands. Everything.
Not gonna lie, I
that
didn't realise she was
mattered
here. Didn't
With
realise
nowhere else to turn.
that she was
came
actually
to me for help.
at the trial.
And what did I do for you?
You got my tree back.
I got her tree back, and in turn we used her magic to help poor Fables get glamours. Because I helped her, she was able to make a living, provide for herself. And what did they do?
For the longest time, not much. But they asked me to come work for them.
Really? The new deputy mayor wants you on the 13th floor?
No. The wolf offered me the job. She wanted my tree destroyed. If she had her way, I'd be hung out to dry on a clothesline by now.
What?
Uh-oh.
You were gonna burn her tree? Snow, why would you want that?
Is that true?
Snow?
I know. Snow made a mistake.
I had very good reasons for asking you to do that. She was working with Crane and the Crooked Man.
It wasn't her fault.
You can lie to yourself, but you can't lie to me. You hated Crane, and you hated him for wanting to fuck you, and you being too soft to notice what he'd do to get it. It had nothing to do with the Crooked Man.
We've made some mistakes. I've made some mistakes. But believe me,
Everyone makes mistakes.
I truly want what's best for this town. And that may not always be clear right away. But I want you all to
Imagine
know
if
that
we
I
ended
care
up fucking
deeply
that
about
she was a
all of
criminal
you.
all along. The Crooked Man
And
was
so
working
does
for
the
her.
sheriff.
Yeah, right.
I can't promise you perfection. No one can. But I can promise to always have your best interests at heart.
Like you did with her?
Things haven't been great for a while now, but we'll do better at protecting you. From people like him.
The Crooked Man's been exploiting you. Exploiting your hope for a better life. You would go to him for help, and he would take that weakness and add it to his strength. And if things didn't fall exactly his way, someone would die.
Do you really think the Crooked Man cared about you? He just cared about your money. He cares about your obedience.
Uh-oh.
They're right.
You're all still afraid of him, even now.
Are they going to stand with us, or
But
are they
you
going to stand
needn't
with
be.
him?
His contamination of this town is over, and those girls will have
Uh-oh.
their justice.
Even Auntie Greenleaf is standing with us. This is...
Very good, very good. The sentiment is surely appreciated, Miss White. But it doesn't disguise the fact that these accusations are completely unfounded. The sheriff simply doesn't have a particle of evidence linking me to the
Georgie was working for you. Bigby got a confession,
A confession that nobody heard. Now, I'm no barrister, but I think such a statement would carry more weight if Bigby weren't the only one.
Vivian's
to
gonna come
whom
back, isn't
Georgie
she?
spoke, especially given Bigby's history.
What are you talking about?
Snow?
So, are we done?
And what about your history? All you've done to this fucking town.
What do you mean there's no evidence?
Maybe he's... I mean, this doesn't feel right, how we're doing this. I just
Of
need...
course it's right. This man tormented all of you, for profit. Georgie
Let me
killed
just
him.
make sure I understand.
I don't even know what's going on
You're
anymore.
trying to say that I'm responsible for what Georgie did, because he was working for me at the time, yes?
Yes.
Of course.
I want to know where he's going with this.
Where are you going with this?
Well, by that logic, Miss White should be on trial for Tweedledum's murder, since you know Bigby works for her.
That's...
He killed a man.
That don't make him a murderer.
Doesn't it?
What happened with Tweedledum, I made a mistake. He was attacking me, and I just acted. I didn't think.
That's the only reason?
Bigby and I have already discussed his behavior that night. We're handling it
Now, where
internally.
have I heard that before?
From your
How
own
about
mouth,
the way he
fella.
treated poor Tweedledee when he was in your custody? He was beaten to mashed apples while under your watch.
Under my watch.
Maybe he's right.
Did you think we'd all just let that go?
You can't be serious.
That was different.
What? You think you shouldn't be held accountable?
He was a suspect, and I needed answers.
Besides, Crane was still deputy mayor when that happened. Right before you decided to kidnap him.
It was for his own protection. Oh, you're right, dear. Crane was in charge. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference.
Where is Crane? What happened
That's
to Crane?
enough.
So, you won't answer for your employees' behavior, but I must perish for
This
mine.
is completely different.
I
We all...
did not order those two girls dead. It simply never happened. Georgie killed Faith and Lily. End of story. They want to scapegoat me for their own tangled ends, but they refuse to answer for their own crimes.
This isn't right.
Oh, please.
Oh god, this is all gonna go wrong, isn't
We'll
it?
deal with them after we deal with you.
Listen, I
The
know...
laws apply when we need them to.
Bluebeard, please.
What's that supposed to mean?
Everyone calm down. This isn't
I
the
mean, a
reason we're
certain level
here.
of privilege should be afforded to
To who?
This is how it's always been.
This is what I'm talking about. We lashed our ropes to this diseased world, and ever since, which one of us has been there for you? Who filled your lives with the Who was there while they played in their towers? Treating you as mindless children, too stupid to command your own destiny. Without me, who will pay your rent when you're on the verge of eviction? Who will dare challenge their brutality when it leaks to our dear citizens? Who will protect you from the big bad wolf? Who will be the—
Bigby! Miss White!
Uh-oh. I wonder where she went.
I wanted to make sure I had the chance to say something.
Why don't you take a moment to catch your breath, little
What's
one?
she doing here?
I'd like to... I need to say something.
We're kind of in the middle of something.
Bluebeard.
What?
Of course. Go right ahead.
Everyone's got a right to free speech.
You probably don't remember me. I don't know why I was afraid to come
My
here.
dear, I don't
Just
know
shut up. You enslaved us for years.
Uh-oh.
Let us hear stories about what you do. Told us we would lose everything if we stepped just one toe out of line. And we couldn't say a word about it because of these damn ribbons. But you know what? Now it's my turn to talk.
How are you?
I found Vivian's body. Did you kill her? Did he?
Sheriff, this is highly irregular.
Be quiet.
We need to establish some order here.
Vivian killed herself back at the Pudding and Pie.
I'm sorry, I don't think I know
Nerissa! My name is Nerissa.
It's okay, my dear. It's going to be just...
He ordered them dead. This fucker. Faith and Lily.
That's a lie.
I was in the goddamn room when he did it. Faith and Lily are dead
shit.
because of you. The only two people who ever gave a damn about me. And now I can finally say, you're an asshole.
Oh, damn.
And I hope you rot at the bottom of the witching well for what you did.
And this just confirms it.
He made Georgie do it. It was always him. Georgie would have never done anything without his say-so. Ever.
Did I just say you're winning with the
Going to
crowd?
take the word of a stupid...
At least 5 other girls will back me up on this. We all heard you say it.
Did you now?
Looks like we found our evidence.
She saw it firsthand.
He's guilty.
Good enough for me?
Me too.
So that's it, right?
Throw him down the witching well. No, that's too fucking easy for a crook like that.
What do you mean?
He's gotta pay for what he did.
Listen to yourselves!
Uh-oh.
You're all rats, fleeing from one sinking ship to the next. So quick to latch onto whatever will keep your miserable lives afloat.
This is how you want to repay all I've done for you.
What, you take 2 people's lives away and now you want mercy?
You know we can't let you go free after this.
Wait!
What?
What did you expect to happen here? You're getting what you deserve.
Well done, then.
Now, for your sentence.
We don't have to become murderers.
What are you talking about?
He's guilty. I know that, but we don't have to kill anybody. We can imprison him. Lock him up forever. Somewhere he can never hurt anyone again.
How can we be sure he won't escape?
I can help. We'll use magic.
That's not good enough.
Maybe
There will
she
be
has
more
a point.
if he isn't
Hasn't
stopped.
there been enough bloodshed
So we
already?
get rid
It's
of
too
him.
dangerous.
Get him out of here.
Am I gonna have to
send
pick
everyone.
whether we keep
Listen
him alive
up.
or they throw him down the well?
Clearly, we're having trouble agreeing on a suitable punishment. So I think
This is going nowhere.
someone needs to make a decision.
Who?
I hope you aren't suggesting yourself.
Why not?
What about a vote?
What do you think this is?
I'm
Everyone,
down
calm
for a
down.
vote because I don't want to be
Should
the
have
only
a
one making a
vote.
call.
Make it democratic.
Do you really think that's going to work?
He's right. Nobody can agree on anything.
What about Bigby?
What about him?
Don't make
Was
me.
appointed.
No, please,
He's
no.
the
Don't
only
make me do this.
official representative, really. He should be the judge.
That makes sense to me.
I guess it does.
Okay.
Fine.
Are you sure? This isn't how
It's what the people want, Miss White.
I want a vote. I don't want to.
Okay.
I don't want it
Mr.
on my
Wolf,
fucking
it's your
shoulders.
call.
Snow.
Just do what you think is right.
Yes, Sheriff. Do what you think is right.
Teach him a fucking lesson.
No.
He has to
We
die.
can lock him
Just
away.
fucking get rid of him.
Not this way.
Oh boy.
You all remember this moment. Think of me when you try to sleep.
Finish it, Sheriff.
Please, we can still...
End it already.
You know, just between us, I was gonna let you live. But now...
You're going to miss me.
No, I won't.
This is the most gruesome ending.
Oh my god!
Ah.
He deserved everything he got there.
For Lily. And Faith.
Fabletown is afraid of the big bad wolf.
Yes. Another one of us to erase from the books.
What happens now? The North Wind Blows. Completed chapter 5 of episode 5. So I think we're on the final bit now. I was gonna just throw him down the well, but he tried to drag me down with him. I'm not allowing that. Plus, the most gruesome options, always the most fun. The Woodland Luxury Apartments, the next day, one day later, basically. Tomorrow, whatever. Bigby hasn't slept well, because, I don't know. What happens now then? Of course we're smoking.
Hey, Sheriff. Are you gonna come see the truck off? We're leaving for the farm in a few. Thought you might want to.
Oh yeah, it's Flycatcher.
I don't know.
I'll be down in a minute.
Okay, great.
I didn't recognize him at first, if I'm honest. I was like...
This fucking line.
That's... I want to say Jack. Then that's Grendel.
Oh,
Then
Mr.
that's
Wolf? Flycatcher
Snow White,
left his keys.
obviously. My dog's barking like crazy at something. I'm just trying to ignore it, but
I wondered if...
she won't stop.
I'm sorry, Sheriff. I have to take care of this. We'll talk later, okay?
Fair enough. Hello, Bluebeard.
Good morning, Miss White.
You're late.
I suppose we better go hand the keys over to Flycatcher.
I'm gonna see you, Colin.
Uh-oh. He just comes in with beers in his mouth. That's fucking awesome. Well, we're gonna have to go over that another time, I guess. Is there a sequel to this? Because if there is, I'll play it. And if there's gonna be one, there needs to be one, really. Because this game's so fun. I want there to be another one, at least. Apparently there's going to be a new story in late 2018, but they're not going to continue this story.
Jesus. We only have like 5 minutes.
Carry me, for fuck's sake. I don't give a shit.
Toad, please, don't miss the...
Oh, thank you. It's been pretty busy.
He's got
around
toes
here.
on his head.
Morning, Sheriff. Nice fucking day. Shit. Just go grab that, would you? How are you, holding up? I know this isn't ideal for you. Just why the hell did she have to send me and me boy away, huh? You promised me I'd get another chance, but Miss White said I had to go up to the damn farm anyway.
That's not my fault, I
told her
tried.
I had the money. But she didn't want to hear it.
Wait, Sheriff Bigby! I have something.
Okay.
You know, he was up crying all night, poor kid.
Where's TJ?
Can you give this to Miss White, please? Dad says there's no time to say goodbye, so... if you could bring it to her, she was nice. So...
What is it?
I couldn't take them all with me, and she said
Is that the
she
collection
liked
she
that
saw
one the
like a
best.
couple episodes ago? Yeah,
It's
insect
the willow
collection.
beetle. That's a big one. They're cool, because when they're little, they have these pouches that squirt juice at you if you touch them.
I'm sure she'll love it.
She said it was pretty.
We're about ready to head out.
Here comes
What's it
Flycatcher.
like at the farm? I've heard ogres live there, and they eat people in their sleep sometimes.
God, I hope not.
Do we have to go? I want to stay here.
Well, we don't have a choice anymore.
I tried my best.
TJ, but look on the bright side, okay? There's plenty of space to run around, and a nice river nearby, so you can swim all you want.
Even in daytime?
Yeah, you don't have to worry about the Mundies seeing you. It'll be nice. Come on, it won't be so bad.
Have you been there before?
No, some of the animals aren't comfortable around wolves.
So you wouldn't know, would you?
We're all set.
Bye, Mr. Wolf.
Goodbye, TJ.
Hey, Bigby. Where's your friend, Colin? Where's the fucking pig?
How should I know?
You should have said he gets to stay just to piss off Colin. My laptop just switched itself off.
Saying goodbye?
Grandmaster Librarian. Unlocked all Book of Fables entries in episode 5. I got all the Book of Fables for this episode, finally. Got one of them. Who's this bitch? Oh, is that Narissa?
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, it is.
You're still wearing that thing.
Oh. Yeah. I guess I am. It's not easy to forget. I know it seems like I should be able to. It's just...
Let me help.
Bigby, I know you're trying
Legit.
to help. But this is just
Okay,
something
fine.
I need to do on my own. Okay? Listen, I came here because
She loves
I
me.
have to tell you something.
What is it?
It's about what happened to Faith and Lily.
Oh boy.
I'm not sure where to start.
From the beginning.
Faith, Lily, and
Preferably.
we had this plan. We were gonna find a way out. Leave the pudding and pie for good. But then Faith decided to get some leverage. She stole a picture of Crane and Lily together.
Oh
The
god.
minute Faith stole that photo, we had dirt on one of the Crooked Man's allies. If he found out, I had no choice. You have to understand. You've seen how they kept us quiet in that place. Can you imagine the lengths they go just to silence someone who had physical evidence? I had to.
Was it her that killed
Narissa,
him?
What did you do?
Was it her that killed them?
I freaked out, okay?
She killed them,
I
didn't she?
thought if I came clean to Georgie, he'd get the Crooked Man to leave us alone. We could just forget the whole thing. Maybe try again in a few years.
You what?
So I told him everything. And I begged for mercy for all of us.
She
I didn't want anyone to die over a picture.
told them about Faith and Lily.
So you sold them.
And that's how Georgie
No.
found out.
Yes. Georgie promised he'd smooth things over with the Crooked Man. But then... Oh, God.
What happened? Can you tell me anything else?
I don't know what happened, but that night at the club, Georgie came back and told me things had changed. He had to make an example of us. We had committed treason.
Oh boy.
And while the two of us were sitting there and telling me this, Faith walked in.
Oh,
and I had to watch
fuck.
while Georgie...
That was the
Wait.
night that...
So Georgie told you all this?
not the Crooked Man.
That was the night that we met
At
Faith.
the well, you
I
said.
know what I said.
But it wasn't the truth, was it?
Oh
What does it matter? I know the Crooked Man did it. So what if it wasn't the whole truth? It was true enough.
I suppose what's done is done.
I guess what's done is done.
I know he ordered their deaths. I wasn't gonna let him get away with it because of a stupid technicality.
Jesus Christ, she's a
Especially
fucking
after
psycho.
that night after Faith. I tried to warn Lily, but she wasn't with her scheduled appointment. So I did the only thing I could do. I left Faith's head at your doorstep.
That was her?
I walked her over here, and I left her. Just hoping that maybe if I couldn't save them, could at least save the rest of us.
Why did you do that?
I couldn't think of any other way to get your attention.
So you started all this.
I just pointed you in the right direction. People like us get forgotten all the time. The Crooked Man was counting on that. When we suffer, we do it in silence, and the world likes it that way. We just fade, like we never existed. I couldn't watch that happen to Faith, or Lily. Nobody cares about us. Not really.
So she's part of what started the whole thing off.
That won't happen.
That's a really good story.
You'll make things right.
So
You
glad I
and
bought this
Snow.
game.
I don't know. Seems like no matter what I do, it's just not enough for her or anyone. I just can't win with these people.
I know it might feel that way, but they need you, Bigby. Both of you. You two make a good team. The way you look out for each other, and look out for us. You don't see that a lot these days.
I don't really know where we stand anymore. Things are just different.
Huh. Things are always different. Look, Bigby. After everything you've done for us, maybe they don't want to admit it, but without you, none of this would have happened. You listened when no one else would. You protected your friends, no matter the cost. And you brought justice to this town. Finally. Because you brought the Crooked Man in, everyone saw who he was. So from where I'm standing, you did the right thing. You've been given this job for a reason. And I left Faith at your doorstep because I knew if anyone stood a chance against the Crooked Man, it was you.
No. It doesn't matter what I do. In the end, it's all the same shit it always was.
You're wrong. You've changed this place. For better or worse, Fabletown wouldn't be the same without you.
I guess that's a compliment.
You're
What
not
now?
as bad as everyone says you are.
Gee, thanks. Is that it?
I need to tell you something. I have to tell you something.
I feel like we've met before.
You're trying to place me. You like my ribbon? Do you like it?
Faith wore one too.
Would hide her beauty so she could escape his kingdom.
They used to call me the Little Mermaid.
Dr. Swinehart ever get back to you about
He
Faith?
said he wanted to run more tests. I hope you find what you're looking for.
You know what, let's make it interesting. What was next then? We went after her. How play ever. Is that it? Is that how it ends? I was reading about the net when if there was another game coming out, and they said that they don't follow up on this. So that kind of sucks. Anyway, what did you do to Georgie? You and 54.3% of players killed Georgie. Did you give the Crooked Man a trial? You and 67.7% of players brought the Crooked Man back alive. How did you punish the Crooked Man? You and 32.5% of players ripped the Crooked Man's head off. Did you accept TJ's gift for Snow? You and 97.9% of players decided to accept Teach's gift for Snow. What were your last words to Nerissa? You 15.5% of players said none of it matters in the end. Got some special stats now. So for Beast, you told him that you saw Beauty outside the apartment. You beat him while he was down. Oh yeah, that fight at the place, the Open Arms. Butcher, you offered him protection at the business office. Colin, you gave him a drink when he asked for one in your apartment. You helped him to avoid the farm. Now Crane, you slapped him. We never saw Crane again. Once he got kidnapped by the Crooked Man and Bloody Mary. You took him back to the witching well. You ripped his head off, and now he's dead. You chose to burn him with a cigar during the interrogation. You chose to smash him over the head with a bottle during the interrogation. That's D. For Dom, you killed him. Georgie, you smashed up his place. For Greenleaf, you kicked down her door, but you offered her a job. For Gren, you ripped his arm off at the Trip Trap bar. You drank with Gren after Lily's funeral. And for Nerissa, you tried to take her ribbon during your final conversation. For Snow, you brought her along with you to the Trip Trap. You showed her Crane's photograph of her. Tiny Tim, you chose to wait for him. And for Toad, you slapped him during the interrogation in his apartment. You stood up for him when Snow wanted to send him to the farm, and you gave him money. What happens next? Is it just the credits, or is something else happen? It's just the credits. Okay, well, that wasn't how I expected it to end, with us having to chase Nerissa, but I mean, that was a really good story. It's a really good game. I enjoyed that, if I'm quite honest. I got it recommended to me by Craig, and he said it was a really good game. He wasn't fucking wrong. This game is incredible. I could just play the story again and I'd enjoy it just as much. But eventually, I'm going to do this off screen, but I'm going to go back through and get all the fables just because I want the achievements. But for episode 5, we got all the fables, so I'll take it. But that was really fun. Telltale game in the future, but I don't know which one to go for. I was going to do Life is Strange because that seems like a really popular one, but I guess I'll probably do that in maybe a couple of months or maybe next month. I don't know, because the Telltale games are really enjoyable. I'm guessing that bottom left picture, Colin there next to the pig one, is when he's not a pig. So I don't think we saw Colin when he wasn't a pig. But I'm assuming that's what he looks like. Before we do go, of course, we've got to read the Book of Fables that we unlocked in this episode, and then I'll go over all my choices once again for the final time. And then that will be the end of the stream. I can't wait till Thursday, because I'm going to be starting something new on Thursday, and it's going to go for a long while. Continue the story, pick up a graphic novel today. I don't read, otherwise I would, I guess. But I'm not fully interested. I just like to play the game, really. So we're done. Oh boy, alright. So, of course, before we leave, we'll read the Book of Fables. We managed to get every single one of them, which is pretty good. Altogether, we only missed 7 of them, so it's not too bad. But I will go back through and get them. I'll just have to look on YouTube to see how you get them. But I will go back through and get them. Okay, so Vivian's story, the girl with the ribbon. Vivian was the very first to bear the curse of the purple ribbon. Removing the ribbon would result in death, and any attempt to talk about it was thwarted by the spell upon it. As time went on, she tried to live a normal life. Eventually she married a nice man, but he was constantly wondering about the ribbon behind her neck. Despite her pleas for him to leave it alone, one night, while she was sleeping, he attempted to remove it. As he pulled on the edge of the string, Vivian awoke and saw what her husband was doing. In a panic, she pulled away, preventing the ribbon's knot from being undone. Furious, she tried to express the severity of his actions, but her husband was unable to understand. She realized then that she couldn't trust him and decided to leave. She lived alone for the rest of the days in her homelands, preferring the safety of isolation to the risk of another betrayal. It's a sad story, really. The Pudding and Pie. Vivian and Georgie's place. Vivian and Georgie met during the exodus from their homelands, and they helped each other survive the long journey to the mundane world. Upon their arrival, however, they found it hard to make a decent living. With what little money they had, they opened the Pudding and Pie. Operating a strip club may not have been the most desirable occupation, but they figured it was better to be in charge of a place like that than be forced through desperation to work at one. I guess that's a fair point. Winterwolf, Bigby's mother. I didn't realize we'd met Bigby's mother. Bigby's mother, Winter, fell in love with the North Wind and bore him 7 wolf cubs. Oh, Georgie brought it up. Or someone brought it up. Who brought it up? I don't remember who brought it up, but someone brought up my mum. Well, not my mum, obviously, but Bigby's mum. But he quickly grew tired of her and left Winter. Heartbroken and alone, she tried to care for her cubs despite her grief. She was especially fond of Bigby, but as around the letter, he was often teased by his older brothers. After Winter's death, Bigby's siblings went in search of their father, but Bigby stayed behind to protect his mother's corpse from scavengers. Unfortunately, he was too small to defend her. From then on, he vowed to eat something bigger each day, until he was large enough to confront his father, and finally make him pay for the pain that he caused his family. The Big Bad Wolf, Bigby's true form. Bigby's true form is that of a giant 8-foot-tall wolf. In addition to his iconic huff and puff power, he has also inherited other abilities from his father, the North Wind. For example, Bigby is able to hold his breath for an abnormally long amount of time, making it impossible for him to drown. Mary's loyalty. Part of the job. Oh, she looks so horrible with the glass all stuck in her. Bloody Mary began working for the Crooked Man many centuries ago. He promised her freedom to do as she pleased, as long as she agreed to act as his personal bodyguard and hitman. Because of the Crooked Man's power and influence, Mary never had to worry about getting caught by the authorities. She enjoys her job immensely, and would defend the Crooked Man to the death, mostly because she finds it fun. I suppose fair enough. Fabletown Justice. When a criminal is captured in Fabletown, the traditional procedure is to hold a formal hearing in front of the community or concerned parties. However, exceptions are often made to expedite the process. In reality, there aren't any hard and fast rules for these type of situations, and the extent to which policies are upheld can depend. New Order, Snow White in charge. With Crane out of the picture, Mayor Cole, I flicked my control by accident. Mayor Cole, I was officially appointed Snow White's Director of Operations and Deputy Mayor in his absence. Many would say this promotion is a long time coming, since she was instrumental in the establishment of Fabletown and personally ensured that many Fables made it to the New World safely. She's also been doing the work of Deputy Mayor unofficially for years. And the final one, Sheriff Bigby. After fleeing the homelands, Bigby Wolf spent many years wandering through Europe, with the Fable colony quickly developing in the New World. Snow White and Feathertop tracked down the wolf and offered him passage to Fabletown. He agreed, and Snow cut him with a lycanthropy-stained knife to give him the power to change into human form at will. Bigby became Sheriff of Fabletown under King Cole's administration, but because of his violent past, many Fables didn't trust him, and he was banned from ever setting foot on the farm. To this day, he struggles to redeem himself in the eyes of the community. Well, that's because I'm a violent bastard, but it's fine. So, I'm going to go over the players' choices just one last time before we end, and then that'll be it. Did you give Faith your money? You and 53.5% of players held on to your money. Did you tell Beast the truth about Beauty? You and 18.2% of players told him the truth. Where did you decide to go first? You and 56.6% of players went to help Toad before Prince Lawrence. What happened to Prince Lawrence? You did not prevent Prince Lawrence's death. Who's your prime suspect? You and 16% of players, you and 16.3% of players point their finger at Tweedles. Can we just appreciate how weird Prince Lawrence looks? He looks like he's dead already. Maybe he is in that picture. A lot of people thought Georgie was the prime suspect, and it turns out he was. Anyway, Who did you arrest? When it came down to the wire, you and 51.6% of players made sure Tweedledee didn't get away. How did you respond to Crane about Snow's death? You and 21.4% of players sympathized with him. How did you treat the murder suspect? You and 54.6% of players forced him to talk. Did you let Snow come with you to the Trip Trap? You and 75.2% of players let her make her own decision. And how did you handle Georgie Porgy? You and 80.5% of players hit Georgie. Did you keep punching Beast when he was down? You and 38% of players hit Beast a second time. Did you interrupt Snow's eulogy? You and 60.9% of players decided not to interrupt Snow. What place did you investigate first? We investigated the Trip Trap bar, and that's the lowest. Going to all of them. Did you offer Flycatcher a job? You and 63% of players offered a job to Flycatcher. Did you burn Greenleaf's tree? You and 57.6% of players did not burn Greenleaf's tree. Did you kill Tweedledum? You and 53.6% of players killed Tweedledum. Did you send Colin to the farm? You and 49.7% of players decided Colin should not go to the farm. Did you attempt to remove Nerissa's ribbon? You and 60.2% of players did not try to remove the ribbon. Which crooked operation did you investigate first? You and 48.3% of players went to the Kaaba first. Did you send Toad to the farm? You and 50.7% of players decided Toad should not go to the farm. How did you respond to the Crooked Man? You and 17.1% of players agreed to talk with him first. What did you do to Georgie? You and 54.3% of players killed Georgie. Did you give the Crooked Man a trial? You and 67.7% of players brought the Crooked Man back alive. How did you punish the Crooked Man? You and 32.5% of players ripped the Crooked Man's head off. Did you accept TJ's gift for Snow? You and 97.9% of players decided to accept TJ's gift for Snow. What were your last words to Nerissa? You and 15.5% of players said none of it matters in the end. And of course, we've been through the special stats already. So that's going to be it for The Wolf Among Us. We've just completed all of the game. We've done all 5 episodes. I hope you guys have enjoyed the entire series. If you guys want me to do any more games or you've got any suggestions, leave it in the comments on my YouTube channel. And if you don't know my YouTube channel, it is Let's Play FB Games, and you can check me out there. But for now, that's going to be it, and I'll see you guys next time for whatever I do. Goodbye for now.